Maybe you get your way.
Hi guys, my name's Ricsta, and today I'll be building my dream build for 2023. This is part one. I have my graphics card so far, I have the case, and I have the fans and RGB and all those fancy things. For part two, I will either like to get my liquid cooling going. I'm gonna be full custom water blocking the GPU and CPU and doing like a whole loop. It's gonna be hardline. Or part two will be my new motherboard and my new CPU. I might go Ryzen, I might go Intel, I'm not too sure yet. But at the moment I'm just rocking a Ryzen 7 5800X and then a normal, let me show you, X570 AORUS Elite motherboard. But yeah, so this is my build so far. I've got some RGB strips, I've got extra Phanteks thermal compound. This is apparently really good, liquid cooling paste or whatever you want to call it, thermal paste. So these are the fans I'll be using. It's the Deepcool FC120s. I've got 9 of them, and they will work perfect in this case. They've got really good speeds on them, a really good CFM. This one is actually 61.91 CFM per fan, so that's really good, especially if I'm going to be having radiators, so really good static pressure. I've got a addressable RGB splitter from Cooler Master, just so that I can manage all of these RGB goodies with ease, so that I don't have to stress. This is the Ryzen 7 5800X. I don't know if you can see properly. And then I've got a Corsair 600 watt. This is a PCIe Gen 5 12 volt HPWR DC power cable for the new 40 series, so that you don't have to run that bulky adapter. Mine came with a 3 8-pin to one of these PCIe Gen 5 12 volts. But yeah, so I got this. This will be a really nice addition to it. My power supply is a Corsair RM1000X. It's just down there. Then I've got a Vortex Redline SSD. I believe it's something crazy like 7,000 megs read and 6,000 megs write or something. It's quite a nice Gen 4 solid state drive. This is a 1 terabyte version. It's a really good, really good SSD. It works really nicely. And yeah. And then, yeah, obviously this is my 4080. For a size comparison of the box, here is a 27-inch monitor. It's pretty much really close. I'm pretty sure this is like a 25-inch monitor size. It's crazy how big this box is, but the graphics card itself is actually really big. So, cooling. For time being, I'm going to be using the Kraken X73 while I wait to acquire my new liquid cooling stuff. I'm still just trying to decide what I want to do, so now I'm going to unbox the case and then I'm going to decide how I want my loop to run and how big my GPU is and all that stuff. And if I'm going to be liquid cooling my GPU or if I'm going to be leaving it air cooled and then just painting it or whatever I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, this is the cooler I'm going to be using for now. And then the big thing. Alright guys, I'll be getting into the case now. It is the Magnium Gear Neo Qube 2. It's quite a nice case. And the one feature that I really do like on this case is the infinity mirror. It's quite a beautiful case in my opinion. You'll notice a theme in a second with where I'm going with my PC build. In the front, it's got an infinity mirror. You can't see it now, obviously, because there's no power, there's no nothing. But yeah, there's an infinity mirror at the front, and if you view it from straight forward, you can see through into the PC, and if you view it from the side, you can see the rings around it. It's essentially the same as this, the NZXT, so that'll match quite nicely with each other. Unfortunately, I have a black cooler now and a white case, but we'll get around that and we'll see what we're gonna do with that. Yeah, quite a nice case. The front just pops off. My gosh. Oh wow. That's quite a nice tooling. This is the case, guys. Looks pretty neat. I'm gonna take you guys around. So that's the case. Rubber grommets. Got quite a nice case over here, guys. Let's check out the front I/O. We've got 2 USBs, 1 USB-C, power button, and then I believe those are RGB buttons, and then a hard drive indicator or power indicator, I'm not too sure. But yeah, guys, that's how it looks so far. Just one quick thing I want to show you guys. Here at the back, you will find your accessory kit. The Magnium gear accessory box with all your screws and cable tie needs, and a little introduction manual. Won't be needing that for obvious reasons. Take out the super clean air filter, dust filter, not dust filter, and I love that design. Yo, that's obviously the support structures, so that it's a bit more rigid, obvious reasons. Yeah, well, let's get into it. I'm gonna start by getting the motherboard. Okay, so what you want to do is just line it up. I'm gonna hold it on this. Oh, don't mind the case just going where it wants to go. And there we go. Perfect. Now we get the screws that comes with the case. Okay, well, I'm gonna just remove all of them and then use what I need and put back what I don't. So if you are looking in this pile of screws, you will see these screws. Let me show you this one. This screw is for motherboards. It's got like a flat part onto it. Those are for the motherboards. Now it is time for the power supply. This is the Corsair RM1000X. It's quite a nice chunky boy. Got a lot of cables, got a lot of stuff already in. It is fully modular, so you can decide what cables you would like to put in. And my graphics card cable came with the same connectors because it is Corsair, so it plugs straight into my power supply. It is for these two at the bottom. Let's plug them in. Don't you look at that? Just works. Just works. There we go. Okay. So I want this to stand like that in here. Okay, so now we are going to use these included screws for the power supply. They are squarish, they're like bulky, nice edges. Those are the screws that we'll be using to tighten down the power supply. Okay, power supply is installed. Shit's falling off of my table. We are in the war zone.
Baby, you get your way. nothing I can do.
So what I've done here, my RGB strips they want to stay here. I want them to be here, but there's no way of attaching them other than to use these things. And I don't know if you guys can see this. It's going to make it stick out a little. So what I've done with this one, I took this piece, I put it here. I'll just do a demonstration. And I just cut this piece. I'm guiding it with my thumb as to not cut myself and not slip off it. So now this piece is cut. You see the cut? So now I'll take that piece off, stick it onto the bottom of this, and the sticky side, this tape, this side of the tape, if you go focus, this side of the tape will stay clear so that it's not sticky. As you can see here, it's not sticky at all, and the RGB strip will be placed there. So let's see if it worked. Peel this off and peel. It should only peel that side, you see? And now I take it up carefully, place it, put it in, and stick it. There we go. 2 non-stick surfaces, and I can have my RGB strip up here. Perfection. Phanteks. Wonderful, wonderful brand. There we go. Would you look at that? Looks quite neat. And once again, I think I should just mention this. If you are working with knives, just be careful, or ask someone who is older or more experienced to help you so that you don't cut yourself. Just be careful. But yeah, do so, as it just looks and will feel better. But, in general, you want to do that. I've got so many cables here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and cable manage a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Alright guys, here we are on one of our last steps of our journey. It is our 3080. Oh my, I'm so excited. Yeah, this side's opened. This behemoth of a box. This is the Palit RTX 4080 GameRock Midnight Kaleidoscope Edition. Alright guys, it is time for the first boot up. Plugging it in, switching it on. Let us see where the power button is. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Goodness gracious, what is this? Okay, well, I believe I have some configurations to do.